Hi guys, I'm back again. Hopefully the video quality will be better this time. Batteries might last. Just doing a quick vinyl update. Picked up a couple of things over the last couple of weeks that I'm quite pleased with. I've not done a video for a couple of weeks. Some of you know I've started a new job. I've gone back to being full-time as a postie, so I don't have as much free time as I did before. So I don't know how frequently my videos will be going up, but plus ideas are now have more money so I can afford to survive, which is good. So anyway, I'll just crack straight into these. First up is something a bit different that I've been buying the Normal, but I saw it and it was something I liked, so I'd give it a go, which is NERD's Provider. This is the 10-inch with the 07 remixes on it. In 07, I think they got a bit of a name as being an Air rip-off, but they're really good at remixing. They just give things that kind of chilled out, spacey vibe. So as a prime example actually would be the 07 remix of Up With People by Lamb Chop. The original, I mean, it's very subtle, which is why they're good. They do very subtle remixes, but they just give tracks this extra edge. So if anyone knows that Lamb Chop song, if you look for the 07 remix, it's much better. Now I've also got this. I actually had this for a little while, but I think I forgot to show it, which is a Little Feat album. Time Loves a Hero. Little Feat are a band I'm just starting to kind of appreciate. This one's quite funky, but is his name Lowell George, I think. His guitar playing's fantastic. Yeah, Lowell George here. Really good stuff. I've got a couple of their other albums as well. Actually, I think it's their first album. I've got that one and another, but that one's really good. Picked up the new Arcade Fire 12-inch. This was pretty expensive. I actually thought it was the album when I bought it, because you can see on the back here it's got like what I thought was a track listing, because I didn't really know too much about it because I've not had time to research. I thought this was track listing. It was about the same price as an album I kind of expected to be. It's got this really kind of nice rainbow foil cover. This is really good. Produced by the Duffy guy out of LCD Sound System, and I think it also sounded like it had David Bowie collaborating on it. Dancier, I would say. Well, maybe not. It's not dancey, but it's dancier. I think obviously the LCD Sound System has had a bit of that influence on that, but that's really good. And if the rest of the album is anything like that, it's going to be very good. Finally picked up a copy of this, which is an album I've wanted for a very long time. King Crimson, it doesn't really need any introduction. This is not a Pink Island, but it is a palm tree label. Great nick. I got this pretty cheap. I wouldn't have got an actual Pink Island version cheap, so it would cost me probably at least 10 times what this cost me, so this will definitely keep me going until I stumble across or get given an original. But this is classic, and it was just one of those albums that I needed to have. I also picked this up for my Bowie collection. This is a picture disc of Ziggy Stardust. I think they did his first maybe 5 albums in these picture discs. There's a whole series of them. A lot of other bands did them as well. But this is the only Bowie one I've got. I'd like to try and get the other ones at some point. But yeah, that was really cool to find that. I don't think I showed this either. Country Joe and the Fish. This is electric music for the mind and body. It's another album that I've wanted to get for a long time. I tried to get the Record Store Day release that came out a couple of years ago, but missed it. I have their second album, Feel Like I'm Fixing to Die. I actually think out of the two I prefer the other one to this, but I don't know whether that's because I heard it first. So this, sometimes whichever album you hear first is your favourite. So this one might be better, but I prefer the other one. But yeah, this is really good. It's not an original. The original ones are on Fontana. This is on Vanguard, but it's still a kind of early 70s reissue. But again, I'm really pleased to have that. And finally, I've been in the VC for over 2.5 years now, and in all the time in all the videos I've watched, I've never watched somebody's video and then instantly gone online and ordered something until this next album. One of my best friends a few years ago, she got diagnosed with cancer, and she had a long struggle with it, and ultimately earlier on this year it got the better of her and she passed away. And there was a long wait, and then there was her wake, not a wake, her memorial service, which I was involved with, and it was pretty tough. And the following day I was feeling pretty low, and I was watching some VC videos, and I saw one that Fred had done, and he showed this album by the Ghetto Brothers. He described it, as far as I can remember, as being like the Beatles, early Beatles, if Santana had joined them instead of George Harrison, which instantly made me quite interested. So another thing I never do, went on YouTube straight away to try and listen to it, and the mood that I was in just kind of instantly captured my attention, and I just listened to it flat out that day, and then ordered it later on that night. So this is a fantastic album. They were basically a gang in New York, I think, Harlem maybe, that I think one of their gang got murdered, and they decided they would stop fighting and start a band instead, and this is the album they produced. as you can see, it's a pretty grim place they obviously inhabited at the time. Fred was completely right when he said this. It's kind of like early Beatles with Santana, because it is. It's got that slightly kind of. It's got a very kind of garage rock feel to it, but in a more poppy kind of sense, garagey pop rock. But then also there's this kind of Mexican, South American kind of feel to a lot of the music as well, which is obviously where the Santana sound comes from. I can really suggest anyone buying this won't be disappointed. It's a fantastic album, and it will be treasured, because any time I listen to this now it will remind me of my friend, and that can only be a good thing. So thanks for pointing this out to me, Fred, if you're watching. I love it. Yeah, so that's it. That's my new releases, or new acquisitions. I'm, like I said, with my new job, I'm not sure exactly how much time I'm going to have to make film videos, but when I do, I will. Or when I can, I will. Sorry. So yeah, I'm starting to ramble now. Oh, happy birthday to Rob as well. Rob and Mark. Happy birthday to you both. Oh, and David as well, because you're all on the same day. Oh, which reminds me, actually, I could maybe do the thing. If you just bear with me a second. I know I'm not supposed to kind of link this onto the end of a video. I don't know, but maybe I'll get away with it. Mark, Dr. Deadwax, wanted us to do a video with albums that would be appreciated by either himself or David or Rob. So this would be the one I would pick for David. This is Dave Mason's Headkeeper. It's not quite as squonky, I think was the word he used, as David would normally go for, but it is on his favourite Blue Thumb label. And actually, when I bought this, it had some treasure in it as well, which is quite good. Some newspaper cuttings from the 12th of August 1972, with reviews of the album and I think live stuff. So yeah, great album, highly recommend it. So David, if you haven't got this, you should definitely check it out. And if you bear with me a second, I'll just dig the other two. This would be the one I would show for Rob. This is the first Led Zeppelin album. This isn't the very first press with the blue writing, but it is the next one after that. I have a feeling I read somewhere that this is actually rarer than the one with the blue writing, but obviously not as desirable because it's not a first one, which is bizarre. This is on the original Orange and Plum Atlantic label. Yeah, so that would be my choice for Rob, and for Mark, I would pick this, which is my only Blue Note record, which is Us Three and Cantaloupe, which is maybe not quite the Blue Note stuff that he was after. Bit dusty. Not played it for a while. But this track always reminds me of just after I left school and really being into basketball and played basketball the whole time, and me and my friends used to drive around and listen to that on repeat, thinking we were very cool, and we probably weren't really, but maybe we were, I don't know. Yeah, so that's my three. That would be my 3 picks. So happy birthday to you guys. I might try and do an entry to Fred's 10 by 10. Oh, congratulations on having 1,000, or I presume you've got 1,000 by now, subscribers. 999 last check, but I'd imagine that would have gone up since. So that's fantastic news. So yeah, so I hope everyone's fine, and I'll talk to you all soon.